Hello everyone and welcome back to Gentoo Rescue. Today we are jumping into this world here, transition I guess it's called, where I see a bomb on a penguin, I see a missile down here, I see lots of interesting things, and I see the gates opening. Okay, there's a lot of guys we can kind of hang out with and use now that the gates are open. And I guess we'll go ahead and start with the level called Walk. Oh, it's a whole world called Walk. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's try the level crutches then. Okay, so this cane guy, it lets people walk one step at a time. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, interesting. Look at this. If the yellow penguin uses the cane, he ends up falling through the ice, which is, in my humble opinion, bad. That does make accessing all of these puzzles very, very, very easy compared to how it has been in other previous situations. Okay, here's my take. If we go up and over like this, then kind of walk over here, can I find a way to maybe do, nope, that's not what I meant to do. What I want to do is I want to have this yellow penguin get stopped by having the red guy here, for example, or having like something else like that. Basically, what I need is yellow needs to be stopped. So red has to have the cane for sure. Then yellow goes over here. No, yellow didn't stop. If I go like this, oh, interesting. So yellow needs to have the cane actually. Now that's an interesting new thing to have learned. Wait, but then how do I have yellow get the cane if the cane is all the way down here? I guess if we do this? We do one of these and then find a way to get... Oh, how do we get yellow? Because yellow does this, but then how do we get Mr. Red down like this? Oh, obviously we just do this. I don't know why I was so worried about that. Okay, that's easy. Easy and done. Then we need to go... If I do this, does it replace it? It does. Interesting. So we need to find a way to go ahead and replace that guy eventually. Let's go to step and see what step has to say for itself. Ooh. Okay. We can do bonk, bonk. Oh, interesting. When you bonk a guy with a cane. Okay. This game is one of the most mechanically dense things I've ever seen from a puzzle game. It is all about layering and stacking different puzzle mechanics until eventually you have just an absolute huge fascinating. Okay. Just a huge number of mechanics that you're using all in like one place to like, I don't even know how to describe it. Create a true like puzzle like salsa almost. I don't know, it's fascinating. And that really is like what makes the game so unique. It's like the absolute degenerate layering that they bring to the equation. Because we just do this and now that's done. Perfect. If I control Z, okay, so if I control Z on here, it stays layered on this layer. It doesn't like bring me back into the puzzle I just completed. It keeps me here, which is good. I like that. That's a good place to be. Okay, now the buttons are also very interesting. I can go here, no problem. If I go here and loop back around, that could be a problem. I do this, I walk through here. But then, how do I... Oh, I get it. I need to find a way to close both of these at the same time. Like that. Okay. Let's go down here to blockade. Oh, what is this? Ooh, I'm obliged to find a way. Okay. You go here, then we move you here and do this. And then can we oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's actually, to use a phrase, bad. And then this, nope, then you get sent to the trauma zone. Is it possible we need to find a way to move? I want to find a way to put a penguin right here. So if I can put a penguin here, I can move this guy over here, then bounce, bounce like this. So if I do this, there we go, easy. Using the starting position to achieve my aims, which is a pretty common thing we do in this game. We either do this, ooh, but then how do we, no, that's not going to work. I guess we can have Mr. Yellow come in and get involved. But then that doesn't make any sense, because Mr. Yellow doesn't have to... Yeah, we do this. Then bounce you out. Okay, that was easy. That was nice and easy. We can have you come over here to stride. No reason not to just complete some more levels. Fascinating. Ooh, very fascinating, actually. Ooh, this is... Oh, man. Okay. If we do this, then we can kind of nudge the penguins around, but only Mr. Red can actually nudge penguins around. You have to end up there. For sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Mr. Blue, notably, doesn't need to end up anywhere. We can use Mr. Blue to our own nefarious ends without any real consequence. And I'm pretty sure the long-term... Okay, Mr. Blue got stuck, unfortunately, which is bad. We do this. We get you over here. And then we pop you here. Mr. Blue comes here. And we can use... I guess if we do this... Can we have you end up like here? Okay. And that wasn't so bad. And we had to have Mr. Blue end up there so we could actually have you escape. Cool. Next up is barrier. A lot of these individual levels aren't that hard to accomplish anything in. It's not like so immensely difficult to... Mr. Red has to get the cane. There's no way to have Mr. Red not be the one with the cane. That's such a fat lie. What am I talking about? Of course it can be someone else. Mr. Green, if anyone, should have the cane, because then we're able to pretty effectively... Actually, yeah, this is going pretty well. We do this, then have Mr. Green end up here. Boink, boink. And then you bounce off Mr. Green. Okay, great. Mr. Green simply sacrifices himself for the greater good in that context. Let's go ahead and have it just go all the way down here, and then we'll solve the meta puzzle after we've beaten all the individual puzzles. Because we have a cane. We can access all the puzzles right now. It's so easy to actually access the puzzles. Let's just do that. I want Mr. Red to take one. I want Mr. Yellow to take one. How do we get Mr. Green? How do we disentangle this knot? How do we disentangle this? Yellow takes one. Red takes one. Yellow takes one. Red swaps with yellow. What? Because the problem is if we get Mr. Green here, then we can't get him back out. Is it possible, in fact, Mr. Green... Well, for sure Mr. Red has to get out of here. Is it possible that Mr. Yellow somehow... No, we can't have... There's no way you take both canes. Surely there's no way Mr. Red takes both canes, right? Because then Mr. Red can't do anything if we do that. Mr. Red is stuck. He physically can't make a move. He does not take the cane. Like, he has to be able to make moves. Therefore, cane is an obligation. Then I guess you have to go there. But then the question becomes... Okay, actually, we do this. Ah, it's all coming together. And then we do... No, can we swap it? Because I really need... This is not so bad. We do one of these, we do one of these, and then we go like this. But then now these two guys are stuck in the wrong spots, which is bad. If we do it like this, though, then they can escape scot-free. Perfect. Nice. Good work, team. Team is me. I am the team. If I was in the Meet the Team videos, the video would be called Meet the Team. Martin. Isn't that cool? So the only actual difference between the walrus, it's a walrus by the way, I saw some of y'all's comments, they're not seals. You're right, I love seals, I love sea lions, I love all sorts of various little sea mammals. I should have recognized it was a walrus and not a seal. And the fact I hadn't done so far reveals a great callousness, truly, on my own part. Anyway, we for sure need to have that walrus to get through that gate and activate number B. And then there's no way for green to get all the way over there if green has a cane. So we need green to end up here, move all the way over here with no cane. The way I see that happening is we have... And yellow needs to have a cane at some point. So I think yellow needs to basically eat up as many canes as they possibly can. And then we can have... And then what? Oh no. Oh no. How do we get these guys over here out of here? Cuz Mr. Blue does need to escape. The only truly inconsequential one, the only person who's allowed to not get to a position is red. Therefore, I suspect red will have to, at some point, okay, Mr. Seal is going to end up with a cane before he even knows it. Because green can go here, and oh, no we cannot. No we cannot. Oh, what? Get over here, yellow. This is confounding. Because I don't really know how to get... There's no way to free a penguin in this level once the penguin's stuck in the world. There's really not. At least to my knowledge, there's no way to have a penguin escape from the thing of indescribable torment without using a hammer. Now I think the red penguin has to be used as a sort of barrier of sorts. A guy who stops Mr. Blue in his tracks, who says, no, Mr. Blue, you must go there and stay there, for example. I think we need to find a way for Mr. Blue to end up grabbing this cane. Then red ends up here. So green can, after this cane is gone, go and do his own thing. Yellow also is going to have a cane by the end of things. But how do we get blue anywhere interesting without trapping him forever or trapping one of our penguin friends forever? Fascinating. Let's say red ends up here. What does that do for Mr. Blue? Really not a lot. Because then, like, theoretically you can do this, but then, you know, we do this and no, you're gone and you can't even go through the gate anymore. We need to find a delicious way. Is there any way to have you stop being a cane man? What's the journal button again? Okay. We're looking for cane. And that's those are all the hints for the entirety of the cane power-up. That's awesome. This is... They're coming from those tiles. They can free them using this. There's no other discoveries I have so far that really help us do anything of note or of interest. Okay, cool. I'm very confident that the walrus has to take this cane here, which forces us to find some way to get the walrus on one of these two tiles, I think. The walrus is stuck if they go... Okay, yeah, so the walrus is also a mere mortal, a mere fella, a mere man. And there's no way... Let's properly test the hypothesis. There's no way for the walrus to get over here if he's got the cane. And there's no real reason. There's no way to have Mr. Green get to the puzzle ender, the location he needs to go, if he has a cane. So all of this to me tells me that we're in a real bind. And when we're in a bind, what do we say? We say, oh no, I'm in a bind. Someone help me. And then oh, that was a loud noise. And then no one comes. Is the current moral of the story. This one seems difficult, but it also seems like one that I should be able to solve at this point in my Gentoo Rescue journey. Literally the only problem is, how do I get... How do I get... Because yellow also needs to become a cane fella. Cane. Is it possible we're doing this? Or like, for example, we do this, and then like, Mr. Blue ends up over here. Let me properly test my theory. Oh, that's interesting, but then yellow is stuck here forever. I, in general, am okay with red ending up here forever. So long as there's actually a way for Mr. Juarez over here to end up in his sphere of orbit. You know what I mean? Because, like, look. We could also have someone end up in this tile right here. If someone did, let's say it was the seal. That works, but now the seal is stuck, and that's bad. We have all three guys stuck. Did not mean to do that. We have all three guys stuck in bad, different places. I'm beginning to develop a strange new theory. What if we have Mr. Red do some shenanigans, like, out here? And we do this, for example. And we have Mr. Red take the cane. Is it possible that at no point Mr. Seal is required to end up in the room of indescribable torment in the bottom left? No, because there's no way to have Mr. Green end up over here without some kind of awesome legal counsel from Mr. Blue. And the only real way I've identified so far if Mr. Red ends up here, Mr. Blue can end up there, which is generally an alright place to be. But then Mr. Green ends up in his own unique, bespoke, strange place. Man. Oh no. Oh no. I'm like looking around at this, and there's just genuinely, I'm at a loss for what to do. And I think the main navigational challenge is Mr. Blue. There has to be some place we can put some penguins. Because, okay, here's the thing. There's no way for Mr. Blue to help while also... Because we can't have Mr. Blue pick up a cane. It'd be so much easier if we could just have Mr. Blue go like this, but we can't. He can't do that. That's not how Mr. Blue works. So, we have to find a way to get him down there without getting him stuck. Like that, for example. The most, like, classically obvious thing to do is something like this. But then we end up with two stuck penguins, and notably the penguin in the top right, the yellow one, cannot be stuck. That is a thing that we cannot allow to happen. The penguin being stuck. So instead, we have to find something else for Mr. Blue or someone of his hue to do. And I think I figured it out. Mr. Red is going to end up Okay, yellow gets over here first. And we do all of this. You end up here. You end up here. Mr. Blue, you cross across to here, allowing us to put you right where we want you, which is right there. Perfect. We put you here. Almost. Almost. We've gone most of the way there. We do the exact same thing. I don't know why I was so anxious. We do the exact same thing and pop Mr. Yellow here instead, allowing us to put you here and then you there. Tremendous. Good work, team. Team is me. I am team. I want to get a spring to one of these penguins. Can we do this? Nice. This one's called Win, or WN. WN. What does that stand for? Windows? All we have to do is find a way to get... What? What? Wait, how do we do this? We could do something like this. And then I want... yellow to end up like here, for example. Then we do... Oh no. It was so close. We're already there, actually, basically. We do this. We do this. And then red's there. Perfect. Good work, team. That was not difficult. I was making it look difficult, even though it, in fact, was not difficult. How do we bounce this penguin off of their current spot? If I put you here, then bounce you here, then bring you here and bounce you there. Okay. We're getting somewhere. What I really want is, I think I want this green penguin in line here. Then, if I can, boy, that didn't help. Because there's no hammer. How do I get the gray penguin to, like, react in the way I really want or need to this? I genuinely need to check the spring book. An animal can be lost in an infinite loop. That's a level. That's a secret level. I just got an achievement for finding a secret level. That was not what I intended to do. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, there's secret puzzles in the game. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no? If I do this, can I... Oh, you go all the way to the ocean. Let's suppose for a mere moment we go here, and then you get bounced out of the way. That's not good. So we can't have Mr. Red go here, because then you'll remove that penguin. We need to find a way to get you down here, though, with the penguin in place to get, like, Tutti Frutti bounced around, you know? That feels like a good place to start. No. I need to get below the penguins. If I do this, what kind of horrifying consequences does that have on my long-term psyche? I can end up here, which is good. The problem then is that I do need to find a way to pop this guy. I am piecing it together, I think. Yeah, that worked. Perfect. Secret puzzle. A secret puzzle. Horrifying. How do I... Okay, but again, how do we get to this guy? I don't know of a way to make him have a spring or something of the sort. I don't know of any way I can really imagine to get this guy. Is there a hammer anywhere in this level? Here, if we get how'd I get the spring again? Okay. If I get Mr. Springman over here, Springman from the beloved game Arms. If I get Mr. Springman back in the groove of things. If I reset this puzzle, I did not start with a hammer or anything similarly useful. Is there a way to bring a hammer into the level? I think there might be. There's a bomb. No, we can't bring it into the level. We have to find a way to move him. I wonder. So I'm seeing some mechanics out here that involve a lot of gray penguins that are blocking off things. And I do... Huh. Launches on impact. Whatever that means. Whatever that means. Okay. Anyway. We can have Mr. Green go over here to a whole other level set involving bombs. Oh. Let's begin to piece this to... Oh. Oh. Well then. I guess that just means we can't have the two penguins collide, now can we? That's a lot of bombs all handled at once. We can go ahead and just piece together some more solutions to puzzles. So, okay, Mr. Blue can collide with Mr. Green, but Mr. Green, as previously established. Okay, so this is all workable. Okay, nice and easy. Planted. This doesn't say... Oh, not the hammer. Because Mr. Green already... Okay. There's no way the hammer does anything. What? It launches both of them? Interesting. Interesting. Because we don't need... Okay. Okay. We do unequivocally need to find a way to get the hammer or something like that into the hands of Blue. If we can get the hammer over here. No, but now you're stuck is the problem. So Mr. Red needs the hammer, because if Mr. Blue has the hammer, then you're stuck forever, which is bad. No. Then yes. But then how do I get the seal to leave this world forever without also ruining the life of the penguin we're looking at? Also, how long have we been going for? 35. Okay, okay. We might see if we can't get to the end of this little mini world here with the bombs and stuff. Yeah, it doesn't look very, very, very involved. I like what we were doing here. Now all that's left is to find a way to... Again, is the implication with this just that items that activate when hit will prevent effects from other items? Also good to know. But then we just have to... Let me go back to what I did. Okay, I lost all my progress. Unfortunately. How do I get the red guy to have the hammer again? It was some very, very normal and fun thing I did. But of course the details elude me in this moment. Oh, that's surprisingly easy, actually. If that is in fact how you do it, then we can just have a penguin get stationed here, and then have the Mr. Seal guy get absolutely badoinkered on the way through and across. Okay. But again, how did I do this? In a constructive and meaningful way? That just puts us back where we began. I don't... Oh, I literally already figured out, like, at least part of the solution. And that part I figured out, I am now unable to re-figure out. Which is as one might expect. Oh, we did it. We figured it out. Cool. If I do this, though, then boom, you're gone. But is that really how I want things to end? No, not really. How I want things to end is I want them to end like... this. That also didn't work. If I end up here, does Seal escape? No, Seal does not escape. Seal, in fact, gets stuck forever. And then we go through here, and then, oh no, Mr. Blue is stuck. But again, this is alright, and this is pretty good. Only problem is how do you get back to here? How do you make the good old days come back to how they used to be? I wonder what happens if we end up, like, here, for example. We do this, and we end up with, like... you here. Nope, you're just facing each other. That's not good. That's not helpful at all, actually. Oh, that's easy. We just go here, then have Mr. Blue go like that. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Good work, team. Team being me. Abort. So we have to find a way to have Mr. Red get stuck somewhere without getting Mr. Blue blown up in the process. We can't do that, for example. Because all I need really is... oh, what? I need to find a way to end up like infinitely bouncing somewhere. Because if I run into you, that's not a problem. Okay, so we've put the penguin in the right place. Now what? Because I really want to end up in here, for example. But I can't, at least not yet. Abort. Like, the seal getting out of here is good, but how do we do that without at the same time? I have an idea. What happens if... so interesting. That's extremely interesting. That's literally so interesting. Huh. Okay, so it looks like to me, if we've got the penguin somewhere like, for example, here, and we do this. If we don't bounce against the penguin first, but instead bounce against the wall first, then the penguin, things are fine. We do this, bounce against the wall, we're straight chilling. That's awesome. Rebounds will not trigger items that activate when they hit, so that's a universal mechanic. They won't trigger items ever, period. Okay. Fascinating. Cool. Did not want... I think I genuinely want absolutely none of these bombs to be here. So we can have you go here into precision. Precision, precision, precision. Interesting. So we need someone to come in here and be the sacrificial lamb first. Someone else to really just absolutely just leave. Yeah, how do I get it so that, okay, we do this, and then, I don't know, we do that. Cool. But then how do we end up with, for example, Mr. Red in the middle spot there? Because we're going to need to have Mr. Blue come down here and jump around until Mr. Red ends up in the right place. Yeah, we have Mr. Red in the blue frozen spot. So that when we do that, there's not really a problem. Interesting. And it's interesting because I think what we need to do is we need to find a way to have all 3 penguins get involved in one stack. We have like red here and like green also there, and then like blue and green and like red here, for example. Then find a way to have them all get back down to where things matter, because how else, I guess, if we could find a way to get, we do this, we do like this, and then we do this, and now red's there forever, which is perfect. I love it when red is here forever. Then somewhere along the way, we do need to find a way. Yeah, red has to stay there. But we also gotta find a way to get blue somewhere useful, somehow useful. Blue, some way, somehow, somewhere useful. Because we can put you like here, and we can, yeah, how do we get you to come around and be actually useful? No offense, not to imply that you weren't already being just so absolutely gorgeously useful. You weren't. I mean like this, right? How have I been getting blue to escape? We can do this, and we can do like one of these, right? If we fundamentally do this, then get you down here, you've ended up exactly where I wanted you, in fact. But then like this guy here ends up in the wrong place. But then this guy here doesn't know what to do with himself. I think. Man. Man. And the problem is, I don't think we can really do it from the other side, because it'd be so much easier if we could do it like here, for example. If we could have just like the joy of cooking, Julia Child. If we could find a way to end up with like Mr. Green and Mr. Red over here, then circle them around. But then how do you even possibly begin to do that? Because we gotta have like you here or something, and then like you here. But then what do we do with Mr. Green? Mr. Green's in a real pickle. Mr. Green doesn't really know what to do with himself. Mr. Green represents an obstacle to our our penguin nation's continued prosperity. Nice big swig of water. And for some reason, the only thing playing in my head right now, the only respite I have from the puzzle in front of me, is for some truly ungodly reason, the gimmick song, Gonna Paint a Wagon, Gonna Paint it Red, from some episode of The Simpsons. That can't be handy. That can't be a useful thing to be experiencing right now as I attempt to solve this puzzle. I go here and they blow up, which is bad. You go here, but then you can't loop around. There's absolutely zero looping to be found. You can do this, but then how do you end up with the guy on top? Man. This may have to be the last puzzle we do in this world, for this level. Or for this video, I mean. I can feel my brain cells actively decaying before my very, very eyes and ears. All my senses are telling me, you're failing. You're a loser, failure, dumb idiot. They're not saying that, don't worry, I have high self-esteem. I wonder, I feel like, at least, you have to have some level of, like, decently, maybe this is like me thinking too hard about it, but I feel like, for a let's play, like, sit down and play a video game, and then, like, just recording what you're doing, you gotta have some level of, like, genuine self-esteem to feel like there is a reason that people would want to, like, watch you do these things. I guess that's true for all of YouTube. It's hard to imagine someone who doesn't feel like their opinion or words are valuable, or that they themselves are valuable, to find immense joy in putting them out there for risk of being judged, for fear of being absolutely dissected by the people who are watching the video that you put out, you know? I feel like you need to have decent self-image, decent self-esteem to be like, yeah, I want to do that. Regardless, this feels like a very comfortable place to be. The only problem becomes, how do I get green to hit the bomb? Because blue can't. Blue specifically cannot. We do this, we go around, blue sits here. We're gonna go back to blue being in the middle of things. That's decently handy, but then how do we get anything similarly helpful going? Like up here, for example. Like, how do we get... Because again, like, I feel like it's pretty self-evident that there's gotta be like some sort of looping behavior here to get this. But then how do we end up with a penguin there? And then also the ability to... Because, like, the way to get Mr. Blue out of the shell here is this. But that's not a particularly helpful place for Mr. Blue to be, in my humble opinion. And my opinion is rather humble. It's not a particularly effervescent or useful opinion. We do this, we put you here. We do this. Is there any universe where I can... Is there any way to get Blue to stop Red in his tracks here? Oh, there very obviously is. What am I doing? Yeah, no, that's how you did it from the get-go. That was the entire solution right there, hot and handled for me. I'm just missing really obvious solutions sometimes. Next up is Breakout. I said that was going to be the last puzzle for this level, but I think clearly I was mistaken. I need to test a few theories on how different interactions work. Okay. That's good. That's chill. I wonder, this is another important thing to work out. If we do this, and then, like, do this. No, you still get stuck. So we just need to find ways to basically, boom, get people, like, yoinked and destroyed in places that we can then capitalize off of. Okay. So someone, it can be you, goes there. Someone else goes here, for example. And then we do one of... Oh, no, that's not good. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. No, you go here. You go here. You go here like this. And then we can go ahead and move green like this and get everyone destroyed all in one full swoop. That was not so bad. Next up is Breach. So we just need to find a way to... Now this is confusing. I don't know how to do this. Because we need to have you do that. How do we get you destroyed in the meantime? Because there's not really a good way to... Like, we can knock you out. Oh, it's easy, actually. It's actually so easy. What am I talking about? We just do this and then have you go around like that. What? What if we do this? No? Okay. I got it. We need to have you hang it. No. Oh, no. We do this? No, that's bad. How do we get, yellow in a way that can end up... Because red can't by themselves just do that. That's not going to work. Okay. This is confusing. My initial theory was to put yellow here, like I had in the prior level, then have red come from below and do it here. But how do I get yellow there while keeping this intact and not getting red stuck somewhere similarly difficult to escape from? The obvious answer is that we don't have red do it. We have yellow hang out here. Honestly, duh. Honestly, kind of an unnecessary error to make. So I think... No. What am I doing? Reset. Red? Because all I really want is just to have you end up here. Oh, that's so easy. We just do this. That's the whole solution. Thank you everyone for letting me just sit there and figure it out. Dud. You got the dud. That's a second Simpsons reference in this video. That's awesome. I don't know if you can tell, but the Simpsons are alright in my books. I think I have the solution. We need to find a way to get Mr. Blue right here. Then you bounce like this and end up there. Then we find a way for Mr. Seal. Not quite sure how, but to hit Mr. Blue and blow up. We do this. Yikes. Not great. Not a great place to start. Ooh. Because how do I get the seal to, like, hang out there without some weird conditional stuff? Because that part's easy. Then we just gotta find a way to get the seal to also be on board. But there's no way really to have the seal interact with that, and I don't think there's an organic way to have the seal end up where we want him, which is somewhere in this row. I guess we do something like this. Okay, we do this. You end up here, you end up here. Ooh, okay. We could end up with Mr. Pinguino over here without a lot of really big worries. Oh wow, that worked out surprisingly well actually. Then we just have you... Ooh, do we have you just do that? You go here, then you go here, and we've actually swapped where the two guys should be. Mr. Blue Penguin needs to end up like... Ooh. Oh, okay. I think I got it. We do it like... There we go. That's nice and easy. Then we can bounce you back here. Put you here. Do the fun bounty stuff. And then Mr. Seal blows you up. Perfect. Sorry I locked in there for a second. I was really just focused on getting that one right. This guy, we can get into this one by doing... Oh, we should actually just have you go over here first to Exodus, whatever Exodus entails. How long has this video been going for at this point? 105. Okay, we're back in the world of hour-long Martin Loves a Puzzle videos. Welcome back. How do we... So we need to have... I've got a sneaking suspicion. No, we do need to have one spring fella, two spring fellas, and a bomb fella. We need to have two spring fellas. I don't know where the spring fellas go, is the main problem. The spring fellas gotta go somewhere, but where do they go? Couldn't tell ya. But bomb fella needs to go there. Then we need to get Mr. Blue. Ugh. We just need to find a way to bounce between Mr. Blue and something else enough times. Because, okay, whoever isn't... Okay, you're a spring fella. Let's say delightfully that you're a spring fella. Then I feel like it kind of has to be Yellow, who's the bomb fella. Nope, you're stuck forever if you do that. We do this, we do this. We get Mr. Blue to become the other. Actually, how do we get everyone? I guess Mr. Blue can hang out there for the time being while we figure out what to do with our other friends. But then how do we bounce them anywhere in ways found it? We do it like this and we bounce it back and forth like that. And then we need to find some way to get Mr. Blue in a place like this. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So that we can then have you do the same thing. We just need to find a place or a way for Blue. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. We need Blue to end up where green is. Specifically where green is, actually. Because this works, but... Oh, right. I forgot. We can do that. We can have you bounce off the bomb so long as you have that kind of protective equipment in place. So then how do we get it? So that we have Mr. Seal in the place we want and or need. Because we also do that. I don't know if that's any better, really, but... Man, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this? We got you here. We got you here. Then you get stuck there forever, which is a bad place to be. I guess I shouldn't be assuming. Well, no, the bomb has to go there. There's no way to have the bomb go anywhere else. Is the real, sincere, only problem. So I think we kind of need it to go like this, then like this, and then... How do I get the blue? Because I want... Because there's no way to get the blue guy right there. Right there is the only place I want the blue guy. If I can get the green guy here, and then have the blue guy end up there, then we can pretty easily make... Okay, we need to find a way to have the two spring guys work together to achieve a common goal. The common goal in this case being getting Mr. Green right here somehow. We need one character right here in this exact spot. Where can I bounce from to get... Because we can go here too. If we can get a guy here, maybe this is more doable. Interesting. Isn't it fascinating how they give you the tools you need to beat the level, like, immediately? Oh, now that's fascinating. Man, they love setting up the solution, like, very quickly. Like, okay, I do really like the level of puzzle design. Once you figure out where you gotta go, most of the thing is just figuring out... You can figure out a lot of the component pieces pretty easily. Most of the puzzle... Oh, I'm describing it badly. Strike. Oh, we're bowling. That's awesome. Basically, we gotta do this. Then we gotta do... Okay, start. I feel like starting position is super important for a lot of the puzzles in this game. Maybe more of like a this kind of thing. Maybe if we do this. I feel like we need to do this one first. But then how do I get... Okay. So I can't go through the teleporter with the guy who's there. I can, pretty happily, bounce this guy into there, but I can't really do that right this very second. No. I do feel like this is like the obligated first move. But then if we do this, if I attack from there, if I attack from there, they get launched no matter what. So say we do this, but then how do I get this guy out of here? If I go over there, then he's stuck over there forever. Truly decisions with this level. I guess. Oh, that's a lot easier than I was making it out to be, actually. No, it's not. If I do this, you end up there. Then literally what do I do with... I just reversed the exact same thing I already did. That's not so bad, actually. Okay, then we can kind of work backwards and end up like perfect. Good work, me. Good work, team. Okay, we have to find our way over to this spot to the left. This shouldn't be that difficult. We just do one of these. Pop you over here. I don't know why I'm trying to... Okay, that was easy. We just put you here, and then boom, you're on. I love on. There's something very strange about this. For some reason, they keep on putting 2-level letter names, or 2-letter level names, in these levels in this world. I think they're going to spell out some kind of secret, interesting thing that I should and will eventually learn. But I'm worried that that's going to be something I have to piece together later in an annoying manner. We need to find a way to have either blue or green end up here, probably green. Then have red end up over here, green comes down, red goes there, green slides over here. So blue is totally fine and chill for blue right now. Okay, literally just how do we get... Okay. We're getting somewhere now. Let's go ahead and loop that entire solution we just did. No. Everything we just did was chill and fine, but we need to swap it so that green ends up here. Perfect. Look at us go. Red's in an awful situation. Red's actually in a really bad spot that we can't really get him out of. Do we need to have red? Like, end up here briefly? Do I need to have red end up there? Yeah, no, because there's no way to get a penguin out of this corner if we ever get a penguin stuck in there. So this corner is a penguin no-go zone. We can't have penguins there, period. I can't go there. I can't go there. We have to move red. Red has to go. That's the only place that red can move. That just resets it, so then we go here for sure. Now we have more room to begin experimenting with other possible things to do. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We do it like this. Perfect. But then how do we get... Because, okay. We need to have... I guess we can do this, and then have... There we go, there we go, there we go. Pieced it together. Now all we need is for yellow to end up right there, which shouldn't be that hard, should it? Yeah, it's easy. Oh, and then the 2 seals need to leave somehow. Okay, so that requires this guy to have a bunch of stuff, and then one of these 2 seals just needs to get a bomb on it. Then we just do like something like this. Maybe we don't have the seal get the bomb on it immediately. We instead let it cook for a little bit, you know, like a grenade. Cool, easy. Let me just have you create that situation, and that is a success for Flare. Okay, there was still a lot more to do in this world called transition. We are going to figure out what that actually entails next time. This has been a good, long, productive session at chipping away at Gentoo Rescue. There is still so much more to learn and so much. I mean, I'm scared about what's this? Swap. Ah, right. I'm scared about how, for example, with like this, there's still rules I didn't actually figure out, right? Like, what are those going to be? 89 rules. There are 89 rules that we have no idea how they work yet. But hopefully, we'll figure them out. Either way, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, do the YouTube things down below. If you enjoyed the game, check out the description below for more info on how to play it. And until next time, enjoy yourself.